Becoming an entrepreneur is not a problem at all. However, finding a niche for your business is much more difficult, especially since there are many different ways to look for it. For example, you can choose with your heart and turn a hobby into a business, or you can use your mind, find something more promising, calculate everything, and act. And then there's the good old evolution from an employee to an entrepreneur. In short, there are plenty of options. Go figure it out. In this video, we'll tell you everything you need to know about niches and how to choose one. If you have talent, a niche will emerge. You submit your application and visit the tax office, and just like that, you're a brand new businessman. Banks immediately learn that another entrepreneur has entered the world and start competing for your business. You choose the winner, and that's it. You're officially ready to earn your bread and butter. Or maybe just your daily grind, depending on how things go. And here's where the tricky questions begin. Where will you direct your talents? It's time to switch on that entrepreneurial mindset and define your niche. So, what exactly is a niche? We'll tell you in 13 seconds. Get ready. A niche is a small market segment with limited demand and supply. It always has a specific request from small groups of buyers. It's a gold mine where you can outpace competitors and reel in clients. Why look far? Let's take our beloved YouTube as an example. Billions of viewers here search for videos on a wide variety of topics. Producing YouTube videos is a market segment, but videos about business are a niche. A well-chosen niche is a treasure for an entrepreneur. First and foremost, a good niche has high demand. You simply need your product to sell like hotcakes and to sell for more than it costs you. Without profitability, you're nowhere. Life will be significantly more comfortable if, after paying all expenses and taxes, there's money left for a trip to Philadelphia. It's also important that competitors allow you to squeeze into the market. For example, they don't cover all the demand, or they're so lazy that they won't notice a new player at first. And then you'll be unstoppable. We also need stability for at least a couple of years. Selling Christmas trees or tulips on the night before March 8th is certainly profitable, but such an attraction of unprecedented demand happens only once a year. However, it sometimes happens that you've searched high and low, but your dream niche isn't on the horizon. If you can't imagine life without your own venture, then listen carefully. An instruction tailored just for you will follow. There are 3 paths. All of them lead to success and wealth, though not for everyone, but for the most stubborn. The first is to follow the precepts of Grandpa Darwin and evolve from an excellent employee into an entrepreneur. Not a very excellent one at first, and then we'll see how it goes. This path is for you if you understand that working for the man is no longer an option, even if the man is a woman. You listen to motivational speakers on YouTube, read Atlas Shrugged, and realize you can do everything yourself. Seriously, you know this market inside out. Suppliers and partners are almost like brothers. You can easily build a client base. You're familiar with the competitors and their strengths. And most importantly, you see where they mess up. Get out of your native swamp and use your knowledge as seed capital.
Welcome!
But sometimes you want to forget your past job like a bad dream. Burn your work record book and scatter the ashes in the corporate smoking area. Then consider the second path and choose with your heart. For example, every day in the office you dream about how you'll be working with wood on the weekends. This is a reason to listen to yourself. Could this become your life's work? Or at least for a couple of years? If the answer is yes, sit down and write a business plan. Calculate, design, think it through. But don't forget about all those boring things, demand and profitability. If you don't consider them, you'll have a lot of work
but no money. Don't ignore the fact that wooden crafts are no longer just a hobby, but a source of income. So you'll have to deal with unpleasant things. For example, reducing production costs and saving on materials. But if you don't want to deprive yourself of an outlet and burn your beloved wooden pieces in the fire of business metrics, then the third path is for you. On this path, you'll have to choose with your mind. First, you need to understand what will bring in money, and then start studying the subject. Here we have some tips specifically for you.
First, identify niches with favorable conditions for a startup. For example, there are manufacturers who sell goods at a low price. Typically, they are from China. Or, nearby, there are service providers who work well but are poorly organized. These could be cleaners or nail technicians. And they are poor, sitting without clients, waiting for you to save them. Or there's a franchise with good terms and demand, but no competent franchisee in your region. Second, make sure to check if there's demand for your product, so you don't end up sitting next to the nail technicians twiddling your thumbs.
Thirdly,
Be sure to Google your potential competitors. It's better to prepare for the battle for the client in advance. See where they mess up and where you can outmaneuver them. Bad website? Negative reviews? Excellent. Also, find out in advance from specialists how much it will cost to move competitors down in search results. Or perhaps fighting evil is pointless altogether and you should adapt to it? For example, instead of building your own store, sell on marketplaces. And finally, gather your thoughts and soberly assess the adequacy of your plan. Will the price be competitive with a high markup? Can you reach the top of search results without selling the jewelry inherited from your great-grandmother? Do you need a business sewing shorts if you live beyond the Arctic Circle? If it turns out you don't, go back to the first point and repeat everything from the beginning. Sometimes it's like the most magical fairy tale. All three paths converge. You don't need to choose which one to take for long. You already have experience working for others. You've checked everything. The niche offers prospects, and besides, you love what you do. Congratulations, you've drawn a lucky ticket. Hundreds of entrepreneurs who are agonizingly searching for that perfect niche now hate you. But you don't care about them because you're already rushing towards a profitable business and your own office, or your own basement. So, we've walked all three paths that lead to the treasure, the right niche. Let's be honest, the adventures are just beginning. Many more ups and downs await you. Subscribe to the channel and hit like so your business story can be a fairy tale with a happy ending, not an R-rated horror.